Hello everybody and welcome to Planet Coaster, welcome to Flatfield Park. My name is Mr. Orange and this is the first part of my new save in Planet Coaster Flatfield Park. It is based on the idea that somebody inherited an old piece of land that used to be an airstrip, and all there is left is this, it's still a shiny hangar, but that's basically all there is left on the property. Inside there are a few planes here and there, and I decided to go and build my own plane. I forgot that there was a plane in the game already, but hey, it was fun. And it gives me a very good excuse to use the crooked propeller instead of a fully functioning plane. All sets up really well when it comes to putting a few people around it that are performing the maintenance. Here we put down a second plane and built that from scratch. The hangar still looks pretty big. No worries, I will make it a bit smaller later on in this time lapse. So in this first part we start building the hangar, and also we start building the here's the moment where I realized that there was a already built plane in the game. I was like, ugh. But yeah, it all worked out pretty well. So yeah, we are gonna build the hangar, we're gonna build the security building. That's gonna be sort of the entrance to this, and everything is still subject to change, and hopefully when the time comes we can turn it into a very nice, a very welcoming, warm park where dads take their sons and daughters to go and look at some planes, and in combination with a few flat rides. Here we built the cement floor, and remember it's a hangar of an airfield, so it's not going to be a cramped space, it's not going to be full with stuff. Hangars are usually pretty clean, a lot of floor space. Here I was looking for people to work on my planes. Yeah, I used females. That's, they can also fix planes. Then I put on a security officer. I was hoping for that I could find a helicopter that I could just place in, but they all just fly away. Here I put some lights in so they can keep on working at night. Always good to have a good lighted park. Here I realized that the hangar was way too big, so I removed 12 meters from it. And when it's done, it looks a lot better like this. Then I put down a staff room so that there's at least a bit of interaction in the hangar. It's not all just empty space, and it's just a very cheap, easy stucco job. It's not really special. Maybe later on we can build a bigger staff room around here or somewhere else. Couldn't make it fit, so I was like, okay, then it's gonna be fine. Here I built the path, fit it in nicely, put down some more ropes so people are not gonna walk over it, so it gives the genuine look that it's a closed down area. Of course, in Planet Coaster people will not go where they're not allowed to go. They're all behaving very well. Then I started working on the roof, and the moment I started, I was like, it's not really gonna work. It's way too high, and there's no real nice roofing that is that curvy. So I was like, okay, let's remove everything on top. And then I also was like, yeah, let's lower it all because it was way too high. Yes, there's always a lot of space in hangars, but it doesn't need to be that high. And it gave me a good excuse to go with this slightly steep roof. Put in some more panel walls, made sure it was all connected, all one part. So yeah, later on after the time lapse we are gonna jump into the park so we can have a better look at it. Also there's gonna be an entrance building, and then we're gonna build the first flat ride, and I'm thinking of one of those very, well, it's not really kid friendly since they spin about, but those really nice and easy looking, fun looking airplane rides. So the kids have the idea that they can go on an airplane and have some fun while dad or mom or whoever they bring to the park and check out these amazing airplanes that are still in the hangar. So yeah, here still put down a sign for a staff room so that it's staff only. Then I built the nice gridded path that goes straight in front of the hangar so people will walk by it. I'm gonna make this a very much used path with a few rides here and there, and it's not all gonna be aircraft and airplane themed. There's gonna be a few more themes in this park, but phase one is just get a few rides in and see where it goes. Let's see what it looks like, and then after a while, you know, the storyline needs to progress as well. It's the owner hopefully has success with this small hangar and theme park, and you know, maybe he can invest when the money comes in. Here we build a very standard brick building, so it's on the cheap. It was there when the inheritance came in, and I really wanted to give it this feeling that when you go to an airfield that you are being watched. You know, police is always everywhere. There's always security, people looking at you. Always gives you the feeling that you're a criminal. But hey, it's their job to make sure we're all safe. So I really like to have the police around there. Give you the feeling that you have to go through a security check to get into the airfield. Although it's an abandoned airfield now, there's not really a strip anymore. It's overgrown. And the name Flatfields obviously comes from this whole flat field that's in front of us between the mountains. It looks nice. So that's what it got its name from. Here we put another police officer looking straight at you while you walk into the park. So you know they mean serious business. You know they mean to do some serious stuff. There you go. We keep on working on the building. It's a very plain, pretty dull building. Later on, hopefully, when we connect certain pieces in certain areas, when we do the open space between the entrance building and the hangar, we can maybe connect it up and rough it up a little. Here we put down some tables, like you can do, you know, a baggage check. But yeah, everybody is coming in, everybody is doing their bit. Here I got a visit from the postman, had to go downstairs. Always fun when they come in there while you are recording. So here I put down a few plants, a few rocks to make it look, well, more natural. So yeah, let's dive into the park now. Let's see what it looks like when we are getting up close and personal, and let's put on our first flat ride. So yeah, see you in a second. So here we are live in the park. As you can see, the little security building is as I left it. Same with the hangar. There's a big open space right in the middle, and not sure what I want to do with here, but I'll find something to fill it up with, and I think it's time to put down a first flat ride. And the one I was thinking about, I never know where to find it. There we go. Are these little fellas? They look super excited. They look super decent as well. And I think if we put them close to the hangar, that we're gonna have a lot of people walking by, checking it out, and it's gonna look pretty decent. Maybe move it over a bit. Maybe move it over to the back of the hangar, because, and I will show you that in a second, I want to have this path to be 7 meters wide. Let's disconnect it for a moment. Select the grid. So I want to have this path to go straight and kinda cut through this area. So now we can deselect the grid, reconnect the path. So the whole thought is that this is gonna be the airfield area, like one little themed area around the airplanes and about everything that we're doing here with the airplane build, and we can make it a very nice cozy place for airplanes and airplane lovers. So we're gonna build an entrance. It's not gonna be like super themed, since it's not a rich guy that has gotten all these nice hangars and this nice bit of space. So I will put a bit of theming around it, maybe do some of it off camera as well, but Yeah, we'll see. Let's make a small queue. Never go too big on these. You want to have people roam around. At least in my parks, I like that. Let's use a bit of asphalt because that's what they had. So let's go down here. Let's go gritty. Because that's a bit off. Is this better? It's still not really straight, but it's not too bad. And then we can have it connect to here, so we have a little bit of a queue. We can build a small hangar around it. And then we have our first flat ride of the park. Let's open it so we have people walking in actually and have them admire what we are doing here. Well, if you can admire this. What I like to do here is put a sort of a basic tent over it. Let's see if we can find those pieces, those roof pieces. Maybe make it out of arch shapes as well. Let's give ourselves a challenge. Yeah, so first things first, let's go into scenery. Does it work if you type in pole? So we can use this one, and then we can start putting down poles over here. Hopefully in a straight line. Hello peeps. Is it straight? It's kinda straight, but not 100%. But then again, it's a 10, so it's never really that straight. So all we have to do now is can we drag and drop? Duplicate and put them straight across from them. And now let's dive into the arch shapes. There's nothing with the word pole in them. Then a bit longer, please. So what we can do is move it up. Turn it around slightly. Move it over to here, and now we can roll it over. Then we see we have to move it back a little bit. Always fun working with arch shapes. So yeah, it's gonna be all over here so we can have it move up and down. But let's see if we have a nice easy roofing that can help us with this. Maybe something that we can change the color of. Those are trims, these are decorations. That's not really helpful. Maybe a nice, cheap and easy roof. You know, it doesn't have to be expensive. So here we go. Let's build the roof at first, and then we can always center it. And make sure it fits over it. It's done. And we can move it around. We can turn it a little. Nice bits of shade over these nice peeps. Just have the feeling it's carrying the roof. There we go. So now we can edit the building, duplicate this, spin it around, put it on top, and move it around just a bit, like this. Oh, now it's sticking through the roof. So then it has to go a bit more to the right, and down, and up. No more sticking through. Oh, just a cheap bit of roofing. So people don't stand in the rain and they are standing in the shade. Now, I think it's nice if we can make some more memorabilia of the airplanes. Let's go into custom. Well, people are enjoying the ride, that's good. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find. We can have this run into the ground. Just to give them the intention that it could go wrong. That one just flew off and was put into here. It's not interfering with the queue, right? Nope. All we have to do then is put a little bit of scenery in, so some greenage, some rocks. To just make it feel more alive and well. Always fun placing down rocks. What have you done all day? Place down a couple of rocks. Just making sure it looks nice. A bit overrun as well. That's a bit too overrun. All a bit too big. Let's put down a few bushes. Let's at least give them the attention that it's looked after. And it has to give a bit of a warming feel that stuff is happening here. I really like these bushes. You can really adjust how much of an overrun look you want to give it. Doesn't have to look too... This one is really out of place. Doesn't need to be too worked up. Let's put a few of these in here. A few random plants. Park can use the gardener, so it's just a little garden and I think it looks sweet already. Tons of people in queue though. That is nice. So here at least we can put a bit more work into the way things look. Use these kind of rocks, yes. Put a few rocks in here. It's the same rock though. Give it that nice look, that nice feel, and then we can put some fence around it so it's one area. Maybe I'll fence this whole area until here. think it's gonna look sweet. Hopefully. We will find out, but let's put a bit more work into this this little area here before we get too carried away. Put down a few plants just to make it more. Not plant trees. Oops. These do look nice. Let's go. I do like all the plants that you have in Planet Coaster. It's really nice. And of course some tulips. Nice row of orange tulips. Don't make them look too clean. People try to make them look too clean though in parks, but never works. It's getting real busy with just one ride. And then we put in some of these bushes over here. Just to give it an extra bit of green feeling. Wait, we can just put it down here and then we can move it. That's better. Let's not use that everywhere, otherwise it's gonna be all the same. It's so big though. This can be a bit of a natural barrier between whatever is going on here. But yeah, people are liking the ride, which is nice. So far it looks pretty cool. I think we have a lot more work to do when it comes to filling up this area over here, and especially the in-between area. So I think next part I'm gonna work on this whole area in the middle, give it a bit more of a natural look in here, and not really sure what I'm gonna put in the middle of here, but it's not gonna be a ride or anything. It's gonna be all filled up. So hopefully it's gonna look pretty amazing when you guys all come back. Hopefully you enjoyed it, the start of this series, and I hope to see you on the next part. So yeah, bye bye.